Welcome to NarrativeNook audio tales where enchanted stories come to life. If you enjoy our stories, please subscribe, like and share to support our channel. Enjoy listening.
Harmony Mayo, why are you here? Samantha exclaimed in shock. Harmony sneered, why do you think I'm here? Lighterman, you will pay for your actions. Samantha was taken into the interrogation room. At first, she denied everything until the police presented the evidence. Samantha listened to her own voice recordings, saw her own text messages and transfer records, and her face turned pale. How is this possible? She couldn't believe Harmony was actually suing her for this. She had smeared others before, and other artists had always turned a blind eye. But Harmony was serious and intended to sue her. Samantha, you're involved in defamation and bribery, with a significant amount of money involved. Prepare yourself. Prepare myself? Am I going to jail? Samantha, with her limited legal awareness, actually thought she hadn't broken the law. As long as Miss Mayo sues you, you'll face a minimum of 3 to 5 years in prison. I want to talk to my lawyer. Samantha was scared and panicked. Just then, Harmony entered, and Samantha immediately turned around, begging Harmony on her knees in front of the police. Harmony, please spare me. I'm still so young. I can't go to jail. I still need to support my parents. Please spare me. Harmony sneered, Samantha, do you think you can harm others without facing consequences? You tarnished my reputation with just a few words. When you decided to smear me, you should have considered the consequences. Samantha truly regretted her actions. It was just a thought at the time to smear Harmony. Little did she imagine this would be her fate. Harmony, I've learned my lesson. I really have. Please forgive me. Let's settle this privately, don't sue me, don't take me to court. Not only will I sue you, but I will also expose this matter online, letting everyone see your true colors. Harmony said before leaving. Samantha slumped onto the ground, terrified at the thought of spending her prime years in jail. Now, the negative news about Harmony on the internet had been removed, but this incident also brought a wave of criticism toward Harmony. In the evening, after taking a bath, Harmony sat on the balcony couch, chatting with Sarah about the situation on the internet. The manager of the media outlet personally apologized, and soon after that, the police issued a notice detailing how Samantha had bribed the media to defame Harmony. Instantly, netizens were shocked. They hadn't expected such a dramatic turn of events. Not only had Harmony cleared her name, but she had also brought a lot of positive energy. She had also set an example for other artists in the industry, encouraging those who had been smeared but couldn't speak up. It was not right to let those with malicious intentions roam freely on the internet. Harmony also received support and endorsement from some industry insiders. Soon, not only was her reputation restored, but she also received praise and applause. This was an unexpected joy. Sarah laughed on the other end. We really owe Mr. Weiss a big thank you. With his support, we were able to handle this matter smoothly and decisively. Yes. Thanks to him. Without his help, I might have had to endure this for a while and then let it slide. Harmony also sighed. The smooth resolution of this matter was all thanks to the strong backing and support from Ezekiel. Harmony turned her head to find Ezekiel emerging from the bathroom. Blushing, she said, Sarah, we'll chat another time, all right? I have to go. No worries, I understand. Go and enjoy your time with Mr. Weiss. Sarah also tactfully hung up the phone. As Harmony put down her phone, Ezekiel had already sat next to her. Seeing the smile on her face, he also wanted to know what happened next. How is it? What's the follow-up to this matter? Wonderful. I did something very positive in the industry, which resonated with many artists. We can no longer remain silent in the face of harm from others. We need to stand up and make those malicious people pay the price. Harmony said. Ezekiel nodded. Yes, that's the way to do it. Harmony wrapped her arms around his neck. So, the person I should thank the most for this is you. Ezekiel tilted his head seductively. And how are you going to thank me? Harmony leaned down and nuzzled his shoulder. Tonight, Mr. Weiss, you can ask for anything. Ezekiel laughed heartily, holding her slender waist contentedly. All right, but remember your words. No. Begging for mercy later. Samantha's case had entered the procedural stage, with Ezekiel's lawyer following up. He intended to use Samantha's case against Harmony to strike at everyone in the entertainment industry, letting them know the consequences of messing with Harmony. In less than a week, the case was resolved. Samantha was sentenced to 5 years in prison, shocking the entire industry. Even Catalina was taken aback. She hadn't expected Harmony to be so capable. But then again, this was a manifestation of Ezekiel's love for her. That evening, Harmony received an invitation, not a dinner party in the industry, but a dinner with Ezekiel's grandmother. Cecilia missed her and asked Ezekiel to bring her home for a meal. Of course, Ezekiel was more than happy to bring her home, while Harmony felt a bit shy but deeply honored. At 3 p.m., Ezekiel brought her to his grandmother's. Seeing them hand in hand, Cecilia's eyes twinkled with a smile. Ezekiel, Harmony, you're here. Come sit down. I've prepared some snacks. Thank you, ma'am, Harmony said, feeling overwhelmed. Cecilia, having reached her age, was very good at judging people now. She could see that although Harmony was in the entertainment industry, she still maintained her original intentions and a pure heart. She wouldn't look down on any profession. To her, every profession was worthy of respect. Ezekiel, you should have brought Miss Mayo home for a meal a long time ago. If your mother isn't away, she could have met her, Cecilia said, implying something. Harmony's heart tightened, and she couldn't help but feel extremely nervous. She was okay with meeting Cecilia, but the thought of meeting Ezekiel's parents made her nervous. Grandma, there's no rush. We'll gather again for a meal when Mom and Dad come back, Ezekiel said, knowing that it was only a matter of time. Miss Mayo, let's go outside for a walk and enjoy the sun. Ma'am, you can call me Harmony. Harmony said. Cecilia immediately reacted and giggled. Yes, I should be calling you Harmony. Miss Mayo is too formal. Go accompany Grandma for a walk. Ezekiel cooed to Harmony. Harmony nodded and took Cecilia's arm, accompanying her for a walk in the yard. The sun was just right, and the breeze was not dry. The weather in June was particularly comfortable. Cecilia took her to sit on a bench outside the yard, carefully observing Harmony, believing she was a girl with good fortune with her well-proportioned features. Harmony, are you dating Ezekiel? Cecilia asked directly, and Harmony responded with a bashful nod. Yes, we're dating. Wonderful. I'd love for you to be my granddaughter-in-law. Ezekiel is very impressive and husband material, Cecilia said as she praised her grandson. Harmony smiled and said, yes, Ezekiel is very good, very impressive. Cecilia then took Harmony to the second floor and personally gave her a gift, a beautiful diamond necklace. Take this necklace as a gift from Grandma. Last time at the restaurant, it was all rushed. Let me make up for it this time, Cecilia said. No, I can't accept it, ma'am. It's too valuable. Harmony was startled and put the box on the table. She really couldn't accept such a valuable gift. However, Cecilia wouldn't take no for an answer. She picked up the box and put it back into Harmony's hands. We're going to be family sooner or later. I only have one grandson, and you're my only granddaughter-in-law. What's mine will be yours in the future. You're just taking them in advance. Harmony was deeply moved, her eyes slightly moist. Since the passing of her parents, she hadn't experienced such tender treatment from an elder. Thank you, ma'am, Harmony no longer refused. She thought that next time, she would repay Grandma's kindness. Good girl. I really like you and genuinely want you to be my granddaughter-in-law, Cecilia expressed. Sincerely. Harmony felt grateful. The feeling of being acknowledged, trusted, and loved, she had only experienced from her parents and now from Ezekiel and Cecilia. At the dinner table, Ezekiel also displayed a bit of childlike behavior. No matter how old one got, there was always a hint of innocence in front of elders. Aside from eating, Harmony simply propped her chin and watched him chuckle, listening to Cecilia recount stories about his childhood. Harmony hadn't expected Ezekiel's childhood to be filled with interesting and adorable moments. Ezekiel, too, allowed his grandmother to reminisce about his childhood, as he was also very interested. After dinner, they left Cecilia's house around 8:30 p.m. On the way back to the hotel, a thought came to Ezekiel to settle down here. He couldn't always live in a hotel. Moreover, his family company was planning to relocate some of its industries back to the country in the next few years. Thus, he could also establish the headquarters here. With that in mind, Ezekiel decided to carefully choose a villa. Having his own home would definitely be more comfortable. Back at the hotel, Harmony received a call from Sarah. She had a previously arranged business event the next day, which was to endorse a brand. These things were all contractually agreed upon, with breach of contract clauses. Naturally, Harmony had to attend. When Harmony finished the call, Ezekiel was right next to her. He asked, "Do you have work tomorrow?" "I have to endorse a brand tomorrow." "It's a job I can't turn down," Harmony said. "Okay, where is it?" "I'll come to support you. There will definitely be a lot of people." "You don't need to join the crowd," Harmony advised him with a smile. "To see my girlfriend, no matter how many people there are, I will go," Ezekiel said, putting his arm around her shoulder. "I fully support all your work." Harmony happily held his face and kissed him. "Thank you, my Mr. Weiss." After the Samantha incident, Catalina indeed didn't take any action against Harmony anymore. But that didn't mean she didn't hold any hostility toward Harmony. As long as there was an opportunity, she would still operate in the shadows to make Harmony's life difficult. She received news that Harmony was going to attend a fashion brand endorsement event the next day. Generally, on such occasions, artists had to wear the brand's clothes according to the contract. Thus, whatever clothes the brand provided, she had to wear. Coincidentally, Catalina was acquainted with the brand's vice president. So, she could still make some arrangements. With that, she called the vice president. "Hello. Catalina, it's late. Do you need something?" "Mindy, I want to ask you a favor. You know how much I dislike Harmony, so can you help me out at tomorrow's event?" "Catalina, this is work-related. How can I help you?" "It's simple. I'll send you a picture of the outfit, and you make sure Harmony wears it tomorrow, and it has to be her," Catalina said and sent a picture of the set of clothes she had chosen. It was an exceptionally provocative outfit, with a deep V-neck that almost exposed the sides of her chest. Mindy couldn't help chuckling wryly at what she saw. "You're putting me in a difficult position. Mindy, considering our relationship, you'll definitely help me, right?" "All right, I'll try. If she doesn't wear it, there's nothing I can do. She's your contracted artist. She has to wear it. Even if adjustments are needed, I'll send you a few backup sets. In any case, I want her to wear a revealing outfit this time." "All right." Mindy had no choice but to agree. Dealing with Catalina was challenging, so Harmony preferred to keep her distance if possible. The next morning, Harmony met up with Sarah bright and early. Seeing Harmony's radiant and glowing face, Sarah couldn't help but tease her. "Well, it seems like someone has been taking excellent care of you these past few days. Your already flawless skin looks even more radiant now." Harmony retorted, "Sarah, hurry up and find a man to marry, then you'll be radiant too." Sarah sighed helplessly, "I'd love to. But it seems like no one is interested in me." "Don't say that. I know plenty of young men who ask for your number. Those people only want something from me, they're not genuinely interested in me as a person. If I could find a man who truly loves me, I would want to marry him. But I can't seem to find one. Sarah spoke the truth. After entering this circle, she realized that finding true love here was impossible. Everything was driven by self-interest. Harmony then discussed her entrance strategy with Sarah. As her fame grew, so did the media's attention. Her assistant reported that more than a dozen media outlets had already arrived, so Harmony couldn't afford to make any mistakes that day, or the media would surely blow it out of proportion. Joining Harmony on the platform were another male artist and 2 female artists, all A-listers. This event was not just a fashion showcase, it was also a competition. Harmony aimed to maintain a low profile in the industry and seek mercy from the media. Her primary job was acting, and every time she attended such an event, artists were scrutinized by the media. Upon arriving at the brand's venue, Harmony was ushered into a dressing room, and the clothes she was supposed to wear for the day were placed nearby. "Miss Mayo, these are your clothes for today." Harmony nodded, not bothering to check. In her opinion, no matter how unconventional the brand was, they wouldn't send something unwearable. However, she was mistaken that day. Her phone beeped with a message. Ezekiel was on his way and would show up to support her when she went on stage. Harmony smiled. Although she didn't want him to take time out of his schedule to come, she was happy that he would. With that, she got up and went over to the bag of clothes provided by the brand, only to be shocked when she realized what they had given her. The skirt of the dress was acceptable, but the top was made of only 4 pieces of fabric stitched together, with an extremely deep V-neck that almost exposed half of her chest. Harmony was immediately angry and felt insulted. Who in their right mind would wear this? Even if she had a great figure, she absolutely couldn't wear this kind of dress. "Could you please ask your manager to come over? Our vice president is here, the manager is not." "Then please ask your vice president to come over," Harmony said. Soon, Mindy Sharp came in. She was the person Catalina had called the day before. With a smile, she asked, "Miss Mayo, how can I assist you?" "Miss Sharp, I want to change the dress for the stage." "I can't wear this one," Harmony said, pointing to the dress on the couch. Instead of getting upset, Mindy said helplessly, "There's nothing I can do, Miss Mayo. This is the outfit our company has chosen for you. You must wear it today." Upon hearing this, Harmony laughed and said, "Why don't you try it on first, Miss Sharp? If I think it looks good, I'll wear it. If not, I won't." Mindy's expression turned grim. "Harmony Mayo, you are here to represent the brand. The brand has the final say." Harmony sensed Mindy's hostility toward her. Although Harmony had never offended her, there were many ways to make things difficult for someone in this circle. Many of them achieved their goals through their own power and connections. Harmony had heard rumors that Catalina and Mindy were close, so she had a good idea of who was behind this attempt to tarnish her reputation. "Miss Sharp, do you really have to make things so difficult for me?" Harmony responded, displeased. Mindy couldn't help but snort disdainfully. "Well, Miss Mayo, it seems that your courage to offend the brand has grown with your popularity." Although Harmony didn't intend to offend anyone, she couldn't allow herself to be bullied either. "I don't want to offend anyone, but if your company insists on creating difficulties for the spokesperson, then I have no choice but to decline. Miss Mayo, if you refuse to attend our event today, be prepared to face a lawsuit." Mindy threatened, growing annoyed with Harmony. Harmony helplessly replied, "I'll go on stage if I can change my outfit, but if I can't, I won't." "No changes. Wear it or don't," Mindy declared and left. Left with no choice, Harmony sought Sarah's assistance, and after hearing how she was treated, Sarah also felt angry on her behalf. However, if Harmony didn't go on stage, she would undoubtedly be sued. If she did go on stage, she wouldn't appear wearing this outfit either. "We can only alter this dress now," she said helplessly. "I'll find you a shawl. You can just wear it on stage later." Harmony had no other option. Fortunately, she just had to stand on stage for a few minutes. Soon, Sarah found a shawl with the brand's label on it. With the help of the shawl, Harmony didn't feel as uncomfortable anymore. After finishing her makeup, Harmony found a pin to fasten the shawl, giving her a more conservative look. "I have to say, you look really good in this. It's a fresh look." Sarah laughed. Harmony could only force a bitter smile. It seemed that her collaboration with this brand was over. Mindy's attitude toward her was very unpleasant. Meanwhile, Mindy was on the phone with Catalina, assuring her that Harmony would definitely wear that outfit on stage. Catalina rejoiced on the other end. "Thank you, Mindy. You're the best. I won't work with Harmony anymore. I've never seen an artist with such a temper. She just gained a bit of fame, and she thinks she can disregard me." Mindy ranted angrily. "You've seen it for yourself, haven't you? Harmony doesn't take anyone seriously anymore. You guys should be cautious when working with her in the future. Of course, there are so many famous female artists now. We won't need her." Mindy felt accomplished. However, just then, one of her subordinates approached and said, "Miss Sharp, it's time to start. You should go over, too." At that, Mindy turned around and asked, "Has Harmony put on her outfit?" She should have. The artists are all waiting backstage now. Mindy was finally pleased. She hated the fact that a relatively unknown artist like Harmony didn't know her place and dared to challenge her, a prominent domestic brand. Reeling in victory, Mindy held her head high as she headed toward the stage. At this point, the media and fans had all gathered in the square below, eagerly anticipating the brand event and the opportunity to get close to their idols. Ezekiel arrived, escorted by bodyguards to the front, and the media reporters immediately recognized him. They hadn't expected Harmony's mysterious, wealthy boyfriend to show up and support her. Backstage, Harmony was surrounded by two other female artists. Although they had no quarrel with her, they didn't take the initiative to exchange pleasantries with her and even looked at Harmony with disdain several times. In this industry, experience was crucial for advancement. Clearly, Harmony had taken a shortcut, so naturally, they looked down on her. The only thing that pleased them that day was that Harmony had lost in terms of attire. They had all chosen sexy dresses, while Harmony was dressed conservatively, not revealing anything. What would the media reporters below capture in their photographs later? In such specific occasions, the physical appearance of the celebrities took center stage. Finally, as the MC's voice filled the air with excitement, the celebrities took their turn on stage. Harmony was the last to make her entrance. Despite her conservative attire, her fans below showed great enthusiasm and support, cheering for her the loudest. Ezekiel glanced at her outfit and couldn't help but smile. It seemed that his woman knew how to protect herself. As for the attire of the other celebrities, he paid no attention. Harmony also spotted Ezekiel in the crowd. She gave him a radiant smile, and he responded with a slight raise of his eyebrow. The media began snapping photos as well. That day, Harmony's face alone was enough to steal the show. Even if the other two female celebrities were dressed more provocatively, they couldn't overshadow her. The media's cameras were focused on capturing beautiful shots of Harmony. Every expression she made, whether a frown or a smile, exuded charm. Some people even noticed that she had become even more beautiful. Of course, Ezekiel also noticed this. It seemed that his pampering over the past few days had been effective, making her look fresh, radiant, and full of vitality. Just then, Mindy arrived. When she saw Harmony on stage, anger surged within her. She couldn't believe Harmony wore a shawl over the dress, dampening its impact. Having reached her position, Mindy naturally had some influence. Her subordinates were also obedient to her. So, whenever someone didn't comply with her wishes, she would get upset. Mindy pulled aside a subordinate and whispered in her ear, "Send someone up to remove Harmony's shawl." Should we really, Miss Sharp? The employee was also taken aback. After all, the celebrities were on stage now, and it seemed inappropriate to do so. Are you defying my orders? Go quickly, or I'll deduct your pay. Mindy threatened, determined to win against Harmony that day. Not daring to disobey the vice president's orders, the employee hurriedly went to the stage. The staff member pondered for a moment. Asking Harmony to remove her shawl herself would be impossible. So, there was only one way to remove her shawl while adjusting Harmony's clothes. This way, even in the most embarrassing situation, Harmony wouldn't hold it against her, as female artists had to maintain a good image on stage. Coincidentally, Mindy received a call from Catalina, who also had her people present. Mindy answered the phone. Hello, Ms. Martin. Mindy, why is Harmony wearing a shawl? Didn't you say she would wear that dress? I didn't think she would put on a shawl, but just sit and wait. I'll have someone remove it in a moment. Mindy said. All right, Catalina responded happily. I'll get my popcorn ready. Mindy watched as her subordinate went on stage, a triumphant smile playing on her lips. This is what you get for challenging me, Mayo. Harmony was naturally unprepared. Seeing an employee on stage, she continued to smile. However, at that moment, the employee approached her and said, Miss Mayo, your clothes are a bit askew. Let me fix it for you. Harmony had no reason to be on guard against this employee. Seeing that Harmony's shawl was fastened with a pin, the employee seized the opportunity and reached out to undo the brooch. By the time Harmony realized what was happening, it was too late. The shawl slipped off her body. Her first instinct was to turn around, facing away from the audience. Due to her quick turn, the media didn't capture her front, leaving only a rather alluring back view. Still, Ezekiel captured Harmony's embarrassment. He immediately took off his suit jacket and strode to the stage, draping it over Harmony's shoulders in an instant. Harmony caught a familiar scent and looked up in surprise, tightly wrapping Ezekiel's suit around her. Let's go. I'll make sure they are held accountable for this. Ezekiel's handsome face had turned serious. Mindy had been expecting Harmony to be embarrassed, but to her surprise, before Harmony could reveal anything, a man's suit jacket was draped over her. Annoyed, she asked, Who is that man? Why did he go on stage? He seems to be Miss Mayo's boyfriend, said the employee. Mindy scoffed. This is our company's event. How can outsiders interfere? Where is Harmony? In the lounge, I think. At that moment, Harmony had indeed entered the rest area. When Ezekiel looked down and saw her outfit, he couldn't help but grit his teeth. Who made you dress like this? The brand, of course, Sarah huffed. I seriously can't understand why they would want Harmony to wear such revealing clothes. That employee deliberately unfastened my shawl just now. I think they simply want to embarrass me in front of the media. Harmony was also furious. Ezekiel clenched his fist. I will make them pay. I'll go change my clothes, and then we can leave. Harmony said, and just as she was changing, Mindy came in, snapping, Where's Harmony, Mayo? Why isn't she on stage? Ezekiel, who was facing the dressing room and had his back to Mindy, turned around. He looked at this arrogant and rude woman and said gravely, Are you the one who forced my girlfriend to wear that dress? Mindy was startled. Ezekiel's gaze was piercing. Well, we also need it for brand promotion, Mindy stammered. You'd better prepare your lawyers. I will sue your company into bankruptcy. Ezekiel's tone was filled with hostility. It seemed that he would follow through with his words. Mindy turned pale with fright. She looked at Sarah for help, but Sarah ignored her. Mindy quickly apologized. I'm sorry, I apologize to Miss Mayo, I was too negligent. Miss Sharp, it's too late to apologize, Sarah reminded her. You'd better prepare your lawyers. Mr. Weiss always follows through with his words. Mindy was so scared that her mind went blank for a few seconds, and the desire to win had long disappeared. After Ezekiel left with Harmony, Mindy hurriedly grabbed Sarah. Sarah, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to make things difficult for your artist. It was a misunderstanding, really. The media didn't capture anything anyway. Can we just let this go? Sarah sneered. Misunderstanding? If my artist hadn't turned around in time and her outfit was captured, do you know what kind of harm she would face? Mindy, how can you still be manipulated by others in your position? Maybe you didn't mean to target my artist, but you were used by others. You'll have to face the consequences. Sarah, please give me a way out. I'm really sorry. Mindy's eyes were red with desperation. She felt deeply regretful at this moment. This is not something I can decide anymore. It's all up to Mr. Weiss. He will follow through with his words. Sarah pushed Mindy's hand away and left. Mindy finally understood that she had been manipulated by Catalina. While Catalina was just a phone call away, Mindy had risked her entire career. Mindy swayed as her mind went blank for a moment when an employee ran over and asked her, Miss Sharp, will Miss Mayo come back on stage? But Mindy didn't answer because she was completely lost. All she wanted to do now was to beg Harmony for forgiveness, to ask her to resolve this matter, and not to take away her job. At this moment, Harmony sat in the car with Ezekiel's suit jacket draped over her. Her head was still buzzing, but she felt relieved that she had turned around in time to cover her chest. Ezekiel promptly offered his suit, saving her from embarrassment. Ezekiel stood outside the car, making a phone call. He was clearly even more furious, determined to eliminate this brand from the market. His subordinates also sensed his rage and were prepared to take immediate action. Just then, Harmony's phone rang. Despite seeing that it was an unknown number, she still answered it. Hello. Who is this? Miss Mayo, it's me, Mindy Sharp. I'm so sorry. I apologize for my actions today. Mindy could no longer maintain her vice president demeanor and was apologizing deferentially on the other end. However, Harmony didn't want to hear an apology, nor did she have a positive impression of Mindy. Miss Sharp, you don't need to apologize to me, and I won't accept it. Miss Mayo, how about this? I will compensate you. Will that satisfy your anger? Can we resolve this matter privately? Mindy suggested, not wanting to escalate the matter to higher authorities. No need. My lawyer will contact you, Harmony said and hung up the phone. She then went online to check the posts. Sure enough, some reporters had captured some side shots of her. Although her front outfit was not clear, her panicked look had attracted the attention of her fans, and there were some malicious comments below. If you dare to wear such revealing clothes, why are you so scared of letting people see it? What, are we unworthy? Surely she hasn't dressed up like this for us to see. I bet it's a free show for the top executives. Seeing these comments, Harmony was genuinely upset. What a diva. I can't believe she left just like that. Isn't she paid to advertise? She's breaching the contract. Harmony decided not to read the comments anymore. At the same time, Ezekiel opened the car door and sat in. Seeing Harmony's hair a bit ruffled, he reached out and gently tidied it for her. Next time something like this happens, just tell me and let me handle it. Don't let people bully you. Touched, Harmony nodded. Got it. Ezekiel tenderly held her in his arms and ordered his bodyguard to drive them back to the hotel so Harmony could rest. Initially, she had been livid, but Ezekiel's embrace soothed her, and she started thinking it wasn't worth being angry. This was a domestic brand, and at this moment, their CEO had just received a lawyer's letter. His entire company had been sued, and it came with a mandatory acquisition contract. The CEO was shocked. He couldn't fathom how misfortune found its way to him when he had only been having a meeting in his company. Poor CEO. Immediately, he phoned his assistant, ordering, "Go and find out what happened." Fortunately, the matter was quickly clarified. After hearing the report, the CEO, Clayton Yildiz, was once again shocked. It turned out that he was being sued by an artist's boyfriend. Of course, he wouldn't panic if the lawsuit came from an ordinary artist's boyfriend. The problem was that this artist's boyfriend was an international billionaire. What the hell is Mindy doing? Isn't she hosting the brand promotion? What did she do to make the other party sue our company as well? Clayton exclaimed. Summon her back. Mindy soon returned to the company headquarters, and upon seeing her furious boss, she became guilt-ridden. Explain what happened. Mindy had to tell the truth. I'm sorry, Mr. Yildiz, it's all my fault. I shouldn't have forced this female artist to wear this outfit, making her storm away in anger. Clayton didn't quite believe her one-sided words, so he called all the staff who had served Harmony earlier for questioning. Afraid of bearing the responsibility, they related the whole event, not daring to hide any details. The staff member who had pulled Harmony's pin also revealed the order Mindy had given her. By the end of it, Clayton quickly deduced that it was all Mindy's fault. Not only did she offend the artist, but she also got his company sued. Quick, get in touch with Miss Mayo. I'll personally apologize to her. Also, prepare a 5-year contract for me, Clayton hurriedly said. Mr. Yildiz, what are you planning to do? I want to sign her as the exclusive brand ambassador, Clayton said. As a businessman, he immediately sensed Harmony's significant brand impact. Meanwhile, Harmony had just returned to the hotel and sat down when she received a call from Sarah. Harmony, Mr. Yildiz is here. He said he wants to meet you and discuss what happened today. Harmony was not an ungrateful person. She was only able to secure the endorsement for this brand because Sarah had repeatedly met with Mr. Yildiz, who finally gave her this opportunity. Okay, I'll be right down. Coincidentally, Ezekiel had just finished a call and was coming in. Seeing that she was about to leave, he quickly asked, "Are you going out?" "Yes, I'm going to meet the brand CEO. I've already sent a lawsuit and acquisition contract to his company," Ezekiel said, surprising Harmony. She blinked and negotiated, "Hold on, let me talk to him first, all right? He had helped me in the past." Ezekiel nodded. "Okay, let me know what happens after you talk." Harmony hugged him and kissed him on the cheek. "Thank you." Ezekiel held her and gave her a passionate kiss. After the kiss, he said in a deep voice, "The outfit you wore today was very sexy, but you can only wear it for me." "Okay, I'll wear it for you tonight." Harmony nodded with a smile and left. As soon as Harmony appeared, Clayton immediately stood up and approached her. "Miss Mayo, I'm really sorry for offending you this time. I've fired Mindy Sharp and won't hire her again. Please forgive me." Harmony nodded. "It's your company's business, Mr. Yildiz. I'm in no place to interfere. I've learned about the whole story and know that you've suffered a great grievance, Miss Mayo. It's our company's fault, so I've come with compensation and sincere apologies," Clayton said. After Harmony sat down, Clayton presented an apology gift, a set of new jewelry from their company and a contract. "Miss Mayo, we want to sign you as our global brand ambassador, with an endorsement fee of $15 million per year. What do you think?" Sarah was also surprised and looked at Harmony with joy. This was top-tier treatment. Harmony looked up in surprise. "You mean you still want me to be your spokesperson? I was very rude today and messed up your brand launch." Clayton couldn't help but chuckle. "It was our fault today, Miss Mayo. Don't blame yourself. Moreover, I believe we will have a long-term advertising partnership. I highly value your image and brand impact." Sarah took the advertising contract and read through it. Being an experienced professional and seeing no issues with the contract, she turned to Harmony and asked, "Harmony, what do you think? What do you say?" Harmony checked with her in turn. "I think, given Mr. Yildiz's sincerity, we shouldn't let him down." "All right." Harmony nodded. "Thank you for giving me this opportunity, Mr. Yildiz. I accept your offer. Also, Miss Mayo, can I plead that you talk to your boyfriend about dropping the lawsuit and acquisition?" Against my company? Clayton pleaded. Harmony could tell that Clayton was terrified. She nodded. Okay, I'll talk to him. Don't worry. This is not the company's fault but Mindy Sharp's. I understand that. Thank you for understanding, Miss Mayo. Let's hope that we have a wonderful partnership. I will announce this news officially tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. Yildiz, for giving me this opportunity. After seeing off Clayton, Sarah couldn't help but sigh with relief and turned to Harmony, saying, Harmony, do you realize your status now? You're receiving top-tier treatment. Harmony was satisfied with her progress. As long as Mindy wasn't working in the company, she had no complaints. Meanwhile, Mindy sat in her car. She had been promoted to vice president less than a year ago, and now, she was fired for offending Harmony. She had struggled in the workplace for many years, finally reaching the position of vice president at the age of 40, only to have it all taken away. She tightly gripped the steering wheel and burst into tears, filled with regret. She picked up her phone and dialed Catalina's number. Catalina answered, Hey, Mindy. Don't hey me, you batch. I lost my job because of you. You won't get away with this. Catalina immediately denied responsibility. She had just heard that Mindy had been fired and wanted to comfort her, but little did she expect to be cursed at. Mindy, you volunteered to help me. How can you blame me for this? It's all your fault. I didn't want to cause any trouble for Harmony. It was you who encouraged me. Catalina. You need to make it right. Mindy barked. Make it right? Ridiculous. How can you expect others to bear the consequences of your mistakes? You're sick. Catalina hung up the phone. Mindy burst into tears in the car, overwhelmed by anger and grief. Catalina's attitude was like a knife, stabbing into her chest, making it even harder for her to breathe. Then, she dialed Harmony's number, and Harmony, who hadn't blocked her number, answered. Hello? Harmony, this is Mindy. I know I deserve this. I don't blame anyone for being fired, only myself, for being too naive. But I have a tip for you. Do you know who encouraged me to cause you trouble? Harmony had a guess, but she wanted to hear it, so she asked, Who is it? It was Catalina. She begged me to give you a hard time. I deserve to lose this job, but I think you should deal with her. Don't let her get away with it. After hearing this, Harmony hung up. Catalina was indeed a persistent troublemaker, always scheming behind her back. Just then, a former subordinate of Mindy called her, Mindy, the matter has just been settled. Mr. Yildiz personally apologized to Harmony and also signed her as the global brand ambassador with an endorsement fee of $15 million per year for 5 years. What? Mindy was stunned. She couldn't believe her actions had actually brought so many benefits to Harmony. It seemed that she was the only unlucky one. In the evening, Harmony, upon her agreement with Ezekiel, changed into the alluring clothes she had worn earlier that day after showering. The clothes were obviously designed for couples, filled with a sense of intimacy. As Ezekiel returned to the room, his Adam's apple bobbed. He smirked, pulling Harmony Mayo into his arms. Harmony's slender legs wrapped around his sturdy waist. He held her, sitting on the nearby cabinet, her back against the wall. A beam of light shone down, perfectly highlighting the sexy V-neck on Harmony's outfit. Ezekiel's breath became slightly hurried. He leaned down and kissed her beautiful and enticing collarbone. It was truly irresistible. Harmony felt a bit shy. The clothes she had worn during the day had now become their intimate attire. Moreover, neither of them bothered to take off any clothes, and a pair of seductive lips pressed down. Harmony let out a soft moan. That night was destined to be passionate. The next morning, the brand officially announced Harmony as the global spokesperson, making all the female artists in the entertainment industry envious. Despite the incident at the brand launch the day before, she still secured the biggest endorsement, and that enviable endorsement fee was enough to make people jealous. Catalina heard the news as soon as she woke up and was so angry that she couldn't eat breakfast. "Harmony, how can you be so lucky?" she growled through clenched teeth. "Take it easy." Ruben hugged her from behind.
Thank you for listening. If you have enjoyed this story, please like and share so others can see it too. Also hit the subscription button and notification bell so you can be notified on our next release. Thank you for your support. God bless you.